This is a Tricky Beat production.
What's up? Welcome back. And today we're going to touch on a subject that, I think is really going to help a lot of people out, especially the new players. It's what to do when you're bored in Trove. I mean, some people they know the basics. They know that you're supposed to level, you're supposed to go complete dungeons, you're supposed to farm gems if you're even higher up in the end game, right? But some people might not know all of the things that Trove has to offer. Trove has a lot to offer when it comes to the amount of things that new players can do. Not even new players. Some old players might not even know of some of these things. Sometimes you get bored of farming gems. Sometimes you get bored of leveling characters. And in this video, I'm going to give you a few different options on what to do, so you're not just sitting there bored in the hub, not knowing what to do, just wasting your time. Because as we all know, wasted time means wasted productivity. The more productive you can be in this game, the better your character is going to progress. That's just how this game works. It's a grind fest, and I don't think anyone is going to argue with that. So without any further delay, I guess we'll jump right on into it. So the first thing that you can do when you're bored is work on professions. There's gardening, there's rune crafting, there's I think one more ring crafting. I guess that's kind of a profession. I know when I first started, this was one of the very first things that I would do when I was bored. I would be so completely tired of running all these different dungeons and leveling all these characters, and I just wanted to do something different. And professions, they do it for you. With gardening, you can go make steed feed and make different mounts and all these cool different things that you might not even know were in the game. Moving on to number 2, we've got farming ore. Farming ore is not only a really good way to make money if you're a new player, but pretty much essential to anything you're going to be doing in Trove. Everything pretty much uses shapestone to craft bombs. You need shapestone, you need primordial flame to craft portals for your club world or for your cornerstone. You need infinium. Everything in Trove needs ore. So if you're bored one day and you just want something different to do, you might as well go into, I would recommend probably U5 to the Dragonfire Peaks, or your respective Uber level or your respective portal level, and just go in there and take a day and farm up a whole bunch of ore. If you're really tight on flux, you can sell that ore and get a decent amount of money. And that leads us on to our number 3, which is selling things on the marketplace. Recently, I just sold a Pearl of Wisdom because I don't know why, but they skyrocketed in the marketplace here recently. But, I don't need any more pearls, so I've just been selling all the ones that I get. And you can sell those for like 17k here recently. And it's just a super easy way to make flux. If you don't have anything to sell, I'd recommend radiant shard farming. You can sell each radiant shard for about 5 each, and I sold 1,000 of them. It was maybe 15 minutes of work for about 5,000 flux. I mean, it's not the best, but if you're a new player, I think it's a great way to start. Moving on to number 4, this one is kind of an important one and something that I'm still working on myself, even though I've been playing this game for a decent amount of time. I took a break after the gym update came out, and I just recently started playing again. But getting the 300 mastery max is no easy task. You have to craft a whole lot of mounts, you have to get a whole lot of styles, you have to play the game a lot to get to that 300 mastery rank, or spend a lot of money on the flip side. To gain mastery, I would recommend building mounts, farming the styles and the recipes in the dungeons, and obviously rune crafting. That's a great way to get your mastery points. All it takes is some radiant shards, some blank scrolls, and just a little bit of time. You get 2 mastery points for each block you learn in rune crafting, and there's a decent amount of blocks. You can get around 10 or so mastery ranks off of rune crafting. I'm nowhere near done with rune crafting, even though I have it maxed. I'm still working on getting every single style, or every single block style from rune crafting. On to number 5, we have customizing your cornerstone. Now, I'm not a big fan of the craft or the building in this game, which might be obvious from my cornerstone, but you know, I still have the style saver. For any of you that don't know what the style saver is, it's a really old item that's not in the game anymore, that you can't move. If you dig it up, it turns into the loot collector. So I don't really want to mess around with my cornerstone too much. Pretty much what it is way back in the day, you used to have a deconstructor and a style saver. Way back then, you had to pick and choose which ones you wanted. You couldn't deconstruct items and get the mastery points and collect the style at one time. You had to pick and choose which one you wanted, and obviously that was way outdated and they changed that fairly quickly, but I just keep it as a nice memorabilia of something that's not in the game anymore, and I just want to keep it around. As to the advantages of customizing your cornerstone, when you have a customized cornerstone, you can customize it to pretty much do anything. You can make it so you farm easier, you can fill it up with rejuvenation stations, so you're farming through the Uber world and you have no more potions. So you run over to the cornerstone, tap E real quick, and there you go, you just have a whole bunch of them set out. Easy. Some people might like a more stylistic approach, where they customize their own cornerstone where it looks all nice and pretty. Obviously, I haven't really done that. I was making steed feet on the top of mine, which is kind of why it looks like this. Number 6, probably one of the best ways to spend your time in Trove is to work on the weekly contests. Now, I'm not sure if new players know about the weekly contests, but what it is Tryon picks out I think a select 6 different contests that you can do. That usually includes total power rank and score of, I think, about 3 different classes, and each class is randomized each week. Sometimes you get blocks destroyed, like the max amount of blocks destroyed, total XP, just a whole bunch of random different things, and you get really good rewards at the end of the week. If you're not doing it already, I highly recommend working on your weekly contests. Number 7, these last 2, just as an FYI, are kind of gonna be boring, I guess. So number 7, right? Yeah, number 7 is leveling characters. I know, I said earlier in the video that you wanted a break from leveling characters, but you know, maybe you want a break from working on professions or doing other things in this video. Leveling characters is a great way to gain your mastery points. It's a great way to just try out a different class. It's a great way to just have fun. I know you might be bored of doing dungeons, but trying out a different character and just doing something new and unique, sometimes that's just all you need in the game. Our last and probably most important on this list is farming gems. I know, it's probably not the most fun. When I say probably, I mean it is not fun at all. But in order to progress in this game, in order to get your power rank up to, you know, the 21k goal, the 21k dream, then you're gonna need to farm gems, unfortunately. If you've done pretty much everything else on this list, I just have to recommend farming gems. If you're bored and you don't have anything else to do, farm gems. Right now on my Neon Ninja, I'm working on farming the air gems, trying to get a better empowered gem and trying to get new stellar gems, because I still have some radiant gems. I'm only about 12k power rank, almost 13, and I'm not even close to being done with farming gems. I still need 5 more stellar gems on my Neon Ninja. I'm nowhere close to being done. Of course, I could put on some bad health regen, maximum health, and magic damage or something like that, but no, I'm trying to get something for my class, you know, crit hit, crit damage, fizz damage, trying to make it good. Unless you just really need that power rank, I have to recommend go for gems that you need. Don't just go for the power rank. If you're like 20 off and you just need to get to U9 or you need to get to U8, you need to hit that 10k or that 5k, you know, go ahead. But if you don't have the gems for your class, the chances are you're probably not going to be able to farm it anyway. So you might as well just get the gems that are needed for your class to be able to perform well. Anyway, that's it. if you guys enjoyed, drop a like, sub, you know, do all those cool things. If you didn't like it, dislike it, tell me why. Leave a comment, you know, do all those YouTube things that people do. And I guess I'll see you in the next one.